Hello everyone. My name is Janki Matlala. I'm an author and I'm also a reader. Thank you for tuning in. I'm back. I've been having very hectic days, waking up in the morning early, coming back at night. I could not even record videos, but the content is there. Yeah, my apologies for that, but I'm back. I'm back. If it's your first time, please subscribe, like, and also comment, and so that we can engage. So in this channel, we discuss and we talk everything about books, reading. We are reviewing books, we are recommending books, um, but book review will come more often because of books create conversations, and also like promoting other books, especially South African books, because of they are not mostly advertised. Actually, I realized that most of the South Africans, they actually don't read South African books. They're reading books from overseas and all others. But anyway, without wasting any time, today I'm having a book of which I recommended it. I think it's in my past videos. I remember that. Yeah. So I once read this book and I was reading it again this week. So it's a book by Makhosonke, Mkhonto. Here it is. Makhosonke, Mkhonto, Unmasking the Myth We Were Taught. Right? Unmasking the Myth We Were Taught. The very good friend, a brother of mine. I know him. Yeah. So let me just give you a little bit of um, about the author and also about the book. But I'm just going to start about who is he, um, in the context that he introduced himself in the book, right? Makhosonke considers himself as an optimist. He believes that good will always triumph over evil. He's a student of life, a man in pursuit of meaning, and an advocate for a search for meaning in every situation. His first book, titled Left in the Ghetto, I Am Not the Ghetto, after which he founded the Ghetto Foundation. He is also a legal practitioner. Oh yeah, he's a lawyer, by the way. Okay, about the book. Um, Okay, I consider it a fundamental duty of every human being to question others, but mostly to question self. Questioning assists us to arrive at some truth. Questioning creates meaning and brings clarity. Questioning assists us to sift truth from myth. Uncomfortable as it may to question or to be questioned, it is a requisite necessity that leads us to truth, right? A nation that discourages its youth from questioning and thinking it's doomed. Some life solutions are concealed within us, and with questioning, we may discover the truth we longed for to free ourselves from the web of social pressures and myth. The art of questioning has to be normalized. It is the main objective of this book to instigate meaningful discourses on some myth, um, that we held over the years, such as there is a woman behind every successful man. Setlhare sa Mosotho ke lekgowa. South Africans are lazy and men are providers. Whew. Yeah, those are some of a little bit nuggets about the book. He went further on. There is a woman behind every successful man. And he really brought up good arguments there. And I remember he even mentioned something about late coming. He said what unmarried people or married people are more likely to be unpunctual, like they are more likely to be late in everything. So he was making an argument that that's not true because of he himself, he knows some couples who are always early, though they are married. You see. But anyway, um the interest for me that I want us to really go deeper in, is this myth number 8. Men are providers, right? Men are providers. I hope you can see it's myth number 8. It's a very interesting one. And then he raises an argument in this book, um, that it's something that really needs to be discussed, right? Um, but let me just read this for you. A man grows up having already programmed to know that he will have to work hard to provide for his family, and it matters not whether the man is in a position to afford the provision required therefore. I intentionally state that this myth stems from society because there is nowhere even the Bible says a man will be responsible for providing his wife or the family they've built together. Some men are insecure in working, and a working woman becomes a threat to them because they will rather comply with the myth of men being providers. He speaks about men being providers, and then how this has caused a whole lot of society and then societal problems. And he's saying that it's an issue that comes from people in the society, because of I see he even described patriarchy and all that. So there are many side effects. I agree with him in this. There are many side effects in that, and then it has even made women to bring themselves as some sort of objects that needs to be taken care of. um, I'm not saying we should not take care of them, we should, but however, according to Makhosonke, is that he believes that romantic relationships are partnership, right? And then we grow together in it. And then there's nothing wrong if maybe a man is broke and then the woman, she's the one who's more financially stable at that season. The provision can still proceed. Um, but however, I don't think he's also saying that men should be lazy. No, we should not be lazy. But in fact, he is acknowledging that the difficulties and the type of seasons that relationships go through, right? Um, of which I agree, relationships go through different trials. But I personally, I do not understand a woman who'd leave a man just because of a man has lost their job, because of maybe if he was treating you bad, or but just because of you're leaving him because of he lost a job, already it makes you um, like we question a lot from the beginning what were intention, because of chances are that most, like I've even seen that in most men, they leave their job, no, they get fired or they lose their job for whatever reason, and then after 5 to 6 months they get a job that pays them twice. So are you then as a woman going to go back to him just because of he has now gotten the job? So my question is that what's your mindset? What's your agenda in the relationship? You see, so women who are like that, it automatically exposes the condition of their hearts. Um, some they're not aware of that, some they are aware, right? So what if then now you leave this man just because of he lost the job, and then you go to another man, and after a year that man also loses his job? Are you always going to be leaving people just because of they are losing jobs, and then you want to go back to them just because of now they've gained another job? What's your agenda? Are you here to build, or are you here to make quick cash, or what? You see, um, Makhosonke further says this terminology of girlfriend allowance, um, I agree with him that it's not used in its appropriate form, because of it does not mean I should not give my women or women money, but it should not be because it comes out as an obligation. It's like you are obliged, and then it becomes at the top priority of a relationship. So the question now is that even if he doesn't give you that so-called girlfriend allowance at that month, maybe he's facing difficulty financially, he's not able to provide for you, are you going to stay? Are you going to be understanding? Right? So I don't have a problem myself with girlfriend allowance. I just have the problem with the motive behind this girlfriend allowance. There was this guy, he buy clothes for his woman, buy a nice phone for his woman, and then after 2 weeks, the woman says, "You know what? I need to do my hair, and I don't have money to do my hair. Can you please give me money?" The man was like, unfortunately, I don't have money to give you in order for you to do your hair." The woman got angry. She got angry like they refused. So my question is that, are you now going to be upset while they've covered your basic needs and everything? Uh, but just because of they're not able to take you to McDonald's and all that, then it takes us to the purpose of your girlfriend allowance. Is that your your system of enriching yourself? We are here trying to build a partnership, but then are you using that girlfriend allowance? You have your own motives, or are you trying to enrich yourself in that? So it makes me to wonder. I don't have a problem with it. It's good that we should give our partners money, we go out on dates and all that. That's very important, and it's good for the growth of a relationship. But if he, and then Makhosonke further says that those oh, there's so much noise where I am. So anyway, so Makhosonke says women always wanting their needs to be provided for as the highest priority, or them being so much after money. It's also one of the roots to gender based, because of, yeah, a person who gives you a certain amount of money consistently, they will at some point question themselves what's in it for them. That's a quote from Makhosonke's book. Because of, I think it's fair, ne? What he's saying, because of a lot of people, when they give you a whole lot of money, you end up being abused in the process. I've seen many ladies, some they have blessers, because a person gives you 50,000 rand, 50K per month. And what's the catch? What's the catch? What's the catch? Because of, you will be abused because of that. They will call you at 1 o'clock, early in the morning, you are sleeping. They'll tell you, "I'm at the gate. You have to come out," because of they pay you, they give you in a 50K allowance. So it also steals your humanness, your what how should I put it? It also steals your values as a person, as a woman, because now you end up compromising so much, because of, you even compromise yourself just because of a person wants to give you a 50K per month, and then as long as I'm getting a 50K, you only live once. But at what expense? At what expense? Your peace is at expense. It's it's in crisis. I've seen also other women, those blessers, they will tell them, you are going to sleep with me. I've heard those stories. With me and this other five friends of mine, and we give you 100K. What does your health, what does it mean to your health? What does it does to your mind, your mental health, and all that? The next thing, you'll be coming to Facebook, social media, or any other platform as anonymous. You'll be sharing your stories, because of it has brought up a whole lot of trauma in your life. You see. So Makhosonke is saying that this money issue, women wanting to be given money now and then, it's also one of, because of the motives are wrong, right? There's nothing wrong to give women money, but the motives should be right. So she's saying that it's also a contribution to gender based, because of, if a person gives you such an amount of money and then they abuse you, they beat you up, they do horrible things to you, it's like you don't have a right to fight back, or because of why that person feels they own you, they have some sort of entitlement. I've seen on how the things that you buy, I've seen in our grandmothers, they would have these certain dishes that they've bought, ne? They hide them very far. If you ever touch them, you are in trouble. They cherish them, they treasure them so much. So um, when someone spends so much amount of money on you, you will most likely do everything that they ask you, whether you are comfortable or not, right? So Makhosonke then encourages women to be able to study so that they can have their own needs, their own things, so that you don't have to be abused by anyone else. You see, so it even goes. It made me to think a lot concerning the issues of provision that both partners they actually provide us. So men they've even refrained from self from being in relationships just because of they do not provide. They do not have the means to provide, right? And I remember Makhosonke even said that it is okay when a woman says, "No, what, baby, I'll pay the bill." No, no, baby, don't worry, I'll cover these costs. There's nothing wrong because of as long as you guys your intention is to build together, right? But if a person is just there to for a paycheck, then the relationship cannot be right. And also, you are making yourself vulnerable to men as a woman when you say no. I've heard another one saying, you know what, me, if I have to date a man, they must give me 15,000 per month. I'm like, whoa, okay. That's their standard. So once that becomes a standard of a relationship, the first priority, then you are most likely to be abused. There's no one who just give you money and then without that kind of money as a standard, and then when you are not doing anything in terms of that, you will be abused. You will definitely be abused, and it's a way of it's a door that women open up themselves to abuse because of immediately I'm coming to you, and then the first thing when you are telling me is that your first priority in a relationship, I should give you an allowance of 15,000 rand per month or an insane amount, of which even that, like other women say, no, you are supposed to take me on a holiday 2 months, every 2 months and I'm like, you know what? Even you ladies in your society, whether you guys are in a group, you have a little society, a funeral society, or whatever, you guys would even save out money for 2 years or for a month in order for you to go to the beach with your friends and all that. But then you expect another man to take you there every 2 months and you don't care about where he gets the money, the condition of his mental health, and all that. So it becomes somehow unfair. I know some they might come after me because of this. It's fine. I'm just doing a book review. I'm just doing a book review. Uh, so it goes back to the motives. What's your motive? So if then a man cannot provide at that particular moment, then you leave him. So it means you're going to be leaving a whole lot of men because of relationship has seasons, right? And some of them they're doing these things they don't even know. They feel entitled. You would hear a person say, "No, 10%, 50% of his salary, it's mine." The audacity to feel so entitled. They will give you, but I'm telling you, the consequences are bad because of you do things that you're not even comfortable of doing. It's like you're literally selling yourself because of I don't know. I don't know. Please, guys, comment. Let's engage in this. You see, um, so I agree with Makhosonke that um, you women are opening themselves up to abuse in terms of this. But when there's a partnership, it means everyone is building, and then there will be growth because of the motives of each and every person is right. And I'm not saying men should be lazy or what. And he mentioned something here and says being a man is not something you enter into or exit from. Yeah, even if you don't have, like he even did a definition that according to the Oxford dictionary, a man is an adult male human being. So manhood is not something you enter into or exit from. It does not mean now just because of I have money, then I am a man. Then when I don't have money, then I exit. I'm not a man. It's just the way it is, right? Um, so those society really has a different view in terms of this, but then it won't work because men are constantly trying to prove their manhood, even though they don't have the means. You see, um, women would say a man must, a man must, a man must, a man must. Another lady on social media said, a man must, the word in daughter must, a man must, it starts with your dad. Like, yeah. Yeah, she's saying that it starts with your dad because you cannot expect what your dad cannot provide to you and another man should. Like, yeah, that's intense. That's what she said, right? So let me just conclude here. I'm going to read out what he said in towards the end of this book. She says that we are in South Africa where unemployment is forever high and COVID-19 has exacerbated the situation. It is inevitable that most men find themselves unemployed and having no source of income. That is normal. It is just the reality we are facing in the world. You do not have to loot shops just to make sure you provide for his family. You do not have to commit crime, and sometimes it happens that a man loses his job and his wife still employed. It is very much okay and normal for the wife to provide for her family. After all, the family belongs to both partners, right? What then is the verdict on this matter? His verdict, right? Clearly, women must emancipate their minds from thinking that they are men's responsibility. Men must also emancipate themselves from playing mini gods for women. They do not own them, and no amount of money is worth a woman. Both parties are yoked together into providing for their relationship. No one must unjustifiably enrich him or herself at the expense of another. When partners rise up, they rise up together. When they go down together. Let's move away from the myth that men are providers and human being can provide, whether men or women. Yeah, case closed. That's what he said. So here's the book, Unmasking the Myth That We Were Taught, and this is the chapter 8 that I was talking about right here. Please get the book on Amazon. Get the book on Amazon, and also reach out to me. Yeah, get the book. I saw the book on Amazon, and but he's also a good friend of mine. I can be able to link you up with him. Oh, he left his numbers here. Okay, the email address, it says Makhosonke dnl@gmail.com. You know what, guys? Just because of he shared this, so it means it's public knowledge. Let me just show it to you. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but Twitter at Makhosonke Mkho2, Instagram Makhosonke Daniel, and his mobile numbers is 079 859 6296. 079, it's a South African number, so it's plus 27 079 plus 27 079 8596296. So if you're in another country, what you do is that you do this the plus 27 and you say 798596296. So there you have it, guys. But also get the book on Amazon. I saw it on Amazon. Myself, I bought it directly from him because of I know him. Yeah, I'm not sure about the amount. How much was it? I forgot the amount, but please get the book, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe so that you can be notified when I post a video. And I would love your comment on this. Let's engage. Tell me what you think. Thank you and have a wonderful day.